Hi, I'm Kelly, and I'm here with GQ to show you 10 things that I cannot live without. Although it was actually rather difficult to make a list of 10 things because there is a lot that I can live without, except olive. But I did eventually come up with 10 things, so let's get into it. Producers, are we getting a glare? No, we're good? Okay. So the very first thing that I cannot live without is my beautiful cat, Olive. She is a little black cat. She is my little baby. She's gonna be like 7 years old soon, but she's still a baby. So we first met on August 1st of 2022 at the adoption center Adopt Don't Shop. And right off the bat, we just connected, we bonded. I knew that we were destined for each other. And when we adopted her, we were told that she has cerebellum hypoplasia, which is more commonly known as wobbly cat. Fortunately, her case is very mild, but she still has a very cute tilt to her head and ears, and she walks like a little penguin. But one thing that we were surprised about is that when we brought her home, we found out that she is deaf. Whenever I would snap or clap or just simply talk to her, her little solar ears? Her little ears would not do this. And I'm like, okay, she has to be deaf. But she lives such a fulfilling, joyful, happy, loving life. I'm so grateful for her, and I'm so glad that she is in my life. She's actually right off camera here. She's taking a nap. She always seems to be napping whenever I'm filming. That's okay. But this photo of her actually took the first week that we got her, and I bought a special olive green backdrop just to take photos with her, and I love it. And I even thrifted this frame just so that I could print out the photo and put it in there, and I love it. I love my baby. So the second thing that I could live without, but I added it to this list, is the devil's lettuce, Mary Jane, whatever you want to call it. But specifically for me, Eddies. Now, I say specifically Eddies because that's really all I do nowadays. I used to be an avid vapor, unfortunately. It was terrible, and really, it was just so easily accessible, and that's the very difficult thing about it in terms of stopping. But it was actually rather easy for me to stop because I learned about, the world. So in early fall of 2023, as I was being introduced to all of the terrible, horrible things that happen around the world, more specifically the genocide and ethnic cleansing of Gaza, the people of Palestine, that really pushed me to learn more about other places in the world, and specifically the Congo. If you didn't know, vaping devices, they are technology. The battery, the vape, whatever, it's technology. And a majority of materials that are used in technology are unethically sourced from the Congo, using both child labor and slave labor. And as soon as I learned that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm done with this. I cut it out of my life. So it's been just over 2 years since I last bought a vaped in general, whatever. But yeah, as soon as I learned that, I then also kind of switched my mentality to buy any and all future tech secondhand. I've been shopping secondhand, making that my mission for, roughly 5 years now. The more that you are willing to open your eyes and have new perspectives and to gain knowledge about everything around the world, it really changes your outlook on everything. It really does. So I guess for that aspect, I'm grateful for stopping vaping, but that's just the harsh reality of it all. So buy your tech secondhand. Going back on topic here with Eddies, I don't really have like a main brand that I stick to, but I really do love these made by a farmer because they're vegan, gluten-free if you care about that. They are fast acting, and it's just nice to not only support a local business but a small business. Support small businesses. And I love Eddies because as someone who gets maybe 4-5 hours, if I'm lucky, of sleep each night, these can really help to ensure that I get an extra couple of Z's. Take an Eddie before Betty, as I I've never said that except for now. So the third thing that I cannot live without is water in my reusable water cup.
Addison, stay hydrated.
Hi.
No. Hydrated.
Hydrated? What?
So is this technically two things? I don't know. I mean, nobody can live without water, so I guess that's a given. But having a reusable water cup, of course, is a wonderful and very sustainable thing to introduce into your lifestyle if you have not already. So I have this wonderful insulated cup that came with 4 reusable straws. They're metal and they have a silicone bendy tip, whatever. But yeah, they're insulated and I love that. You can also pop the straw out and it has a little top thing. Let's get some B-roll of that, yeah? But this was sent to me as PR probably 4 or 5 years ago, way back in the day when I was, you know, quote unquote an influencer. But I'm very grateful for things like this that I actually use. And I know those water talk girlies love to overconsume, overpromote, you know, micro trends. First it was the Stanley Cup, then we got the Yeti, and it really all started with the Hydro Flask. But yeah, I don't really care what brand it is. I just like insulated, reusable. And if you are interested in getting one, I'm not trying to sell you anything here, but check your local buy nothing group and your local thrift store, small owned thrift store. Avoid the big chains if you can. These are pretty much a micro trend. Walk into any thrift store, you will see dozens of these. So no need to buy new when almost every single materialistic thing that one could need already exists, okay? Olive is awake! Olive is awake! The fourth thing that I cannot live without, I don't think I can, because if you don't sleep, you can't really live. So my blackout eye mask. Now I haven't actually been tested, but I have self-diagnosed myself with insomnia. Don't self-diagnose yourself, but I have. So like I mentioned, eddies do sometimes help me sleep, but one major thing is that I think I have see-through eyelids or something, because if I don't have an eye mask and any amount of light comes through the blinds or under the door or anything, I'm wide awake, okay? So this really helps, and it is a special eye mask. It has an adjustable strap, which I think they all should have. So it has a little curvature thing that goes around your nose that like blocks out 95% of all light. Like it's almost there, but obviously it wasn't formed to my nose. It's just a general nose-like shape, but it works very well to block out light. And another plus is that the eyes kind of have like a dome shape. I despise when there are like just the flat eye masks that are like resting on your eyes. I don't want to feel that on my eyes. I want to pretend like nothing is there so I can actually sleep. And so this is so wonderful and amazing, and it works so well. So the very next thing that I cannot live without is nature. Not just plants in general, just like actually being outside in nature, although we cannot film outside today because it's -2 degrees and there's probably 2.5 feet of snow. But I just love nature so much. Ever since I was a wee lass, I just felt so connected to nature, so drawn to nature. I would sit outside on the grass, I would pick the grass and I would eat the grass because I was one with nature, okay? I have such a deep appreciation for all things fauna and flora, and I was probably in elementary school, sometime in elementary school, when the WALL-E movie came out, and that movie gave me a really cool thing called eco-anxiety. I have a love-hate relationship with that movie for sure. But yeah, that really opened my eyes at a very young age to how humans suck. Not all humans. There's a good amount of good people on this planet who actually want to see it thrive. But yeah, that movie really did a number on me. But it sprouted a deep appreciation for nature. but when the snow melts, I cannot wait to go back outside and go on nature walks, but more specifically, trash walks. I will take a little baggie with me, usually a rather large bag with how much I find. I have a trash poker. I recently acquired a trash grabber secondhand for free. And then I have my gardening gloves. Always wear gloves. If you're picking up trash, be careful, please. It's just a wonderful thing to do. You get to be outside in nature. You get to help the environment. You get to help all of the critters that live in said environment. You get to prevent future pollution. You get some great exercise. You get vitamin D. You're getting like 6 birds with 1 stone. I hate that saying, but that's the truth. And the 6th thing that I cannot live without, we're going back to sleep. So in this cute little pink case, I have my bite guard. Oh my. We've been through it together. About 3 years ago, I finally admitted to my dentist that I grind my teeth in my sleep, and the eco-anxiety doesn't stop when I go to bed because my brain is like constantly going and going. I'm thinking about 10 things at once, and that causes me a lot of stress, and I clench my jaw and I grind my teeth. This has been a wonderful solution for that. It is a bite guard. They took a form of my teeth, and then a few weeks later they gave me this little plastic form of my teeth that I pop in my upper row and I go to sleep, and it's wonderful, and I really do regret it when I don't wear it. So yeah, I've been good about wearing it, that's for sure. So the next thing that I cannot live without, it's a little difficult to show, but it's YouTube. I'm gonna set this down. Not to sound all cheesy and corny and whatnot, but YouTube truly has changed my life for the better. Not sponsored. It has just been such a blessing and such a wonderful opportunity to be able to connect with so many amazing people all around the world and to share the things that I truly love the most. Like, I've never felt more of a sense of community anywhere online than I have here, and it's just it has been life-changing for me. I started my channel back in 2015, 2016, but I didn't really get into the full swing until 2022, and that's when it really all just took off for me. I'm very grateful for the 2K subscribers. We just reached 2K, but a majority of my videos still barely scrape 80 views, but I'm still grateful. But it's just been so motivational and so inspiring to have so many like-minded individuals, even those who are not like-minded, who share different beliefs and outlooks on the world. And that's the beauty of making quote-unquote educational content ish. I try. But yeah, everyone will always have a different opinion, but life is just all about learning and growing, and that's the beauty of it. Another super duper mega thing about YouTube for me has been getting over stage fright, or in this case, camera fright. Film fright. I don't know what to call it. If you knew me in my past life, which I mean just like in grade school, you might remember how shy and how timid I used to be. Now, I certainly am still a very soft-spoken person, but I mean, just looking at my videos from 2022, when I first got back into it, I was so shy. I would have to hold Olive as my emotional support animal, which is fine, but it's like, I have spread my wings and I'm ready to soar. But I just feel much more confident in myself in the way that I present myself in real life, especially online, which kind of takes me into the next part of this, which is just having the ability and freedom to speak my mind and to share what values and beliefs I have and what things that matter most to me and how I can further spread awareness and educate and use my platform to the fullest. I do want to make an entirely separate video for this because I have so much to say, but I used to be on another platform full time, and it was quite literally like talking to a brick wall. So YouTube has been wonderful in that case, okay? So the 8th thing that I cannot live without is art. Now the frame quite literally just broke right before I started filming, so I have to hold it together like this. I love art so much. I just painted this. This is watercolor and watercolor pencil. I just did an entire art tour for all my paintings if you'd like to check that out. But art has had such an incredible impact on me, and it has made me who I am today, no doubt about that. All throughout grade school, I took every single art class imaginable. I took jewelry class, I took drawing, I took ceramics and sculpture, I took photography, I was a yearbook photographer, I did AP art photography, a lot of photography. I truly could not fathom living life without art. It is such a wonderful creative outlet to have, and I love exploring new outlets. Like, I recently just got back into watercolor. I began embroidery a few years ago. I love it so much. And another huge part about art is makeup and cosplaying, which I guess I'm kind of cheating with this, but it is still art, so I guess not. It's fine. All of those things have just allowed me to express myself to the fullest, and I am so grateful for that, and I love art. Create art. Fuck AI. Use your own AI, your actual intelligence. So the ninth thing that I cannot live without is music. Now, just like Addison Rae, I keep my headphones on, except I'm gonna keep them off to film. I actually DIY'd this little headphone cover thing because Beats are so incredibly uncomfortable, and there's silicone on the part that goes on top of your hair, and I think a bald person made these because it doesn't make sense. With music, I can connect almost every single memory, like key memory that I have, to a certain song, an album, an artist. Yeah. Let me give you some examples. So when I was painting these watercolor dog portraits, I was listening to Addison Rae's new album, the self-titled album. I cannot get enough of that album. I listen to it at least once a day. It's very good. When I recently painted my largest painting ever, it's 2.5 by 3.5 feet. I listened to Rosalia's album Lux. Beautiful album. Exactly 1 year ago, when I was on my gaming grind and I was doing a lot of DS games, I would play a lot of Dua Lipa. And even something as simple as remembering the first time that I ever heard the song Crimson and Clover. It was a beautiful spring day. It was about 10 a.m. and I was sitting in the back seat of the car and the sun was shining through, and it was just such a vivid memory. And of course, not all memories are good memories. A lot of them aren't, but that's a good way for me to kind of like pinpoint key moments on the timeline of life. And another thing with music is that I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm really good at making playlists, like very specific playlists that have to do with a certain aesthetic, theme, whatever. I've actually made a few different playlist videos. Recently I did one for Frankenstein's Monster the Creature. That was beautiful. I did one for Nosferatu. I want to do a lot more that have to do with cosplay specifically, but just off the top of my head, I've made playlists for songs that I want to listen to when I'm in outer space, songs that could go in the next Barbie movie, a really good birthday playlist like Bad Bitch songs that could go in the next Shrek movie, songs that could go in the next Minions Despicable Me movie, just like really specific things like that. So I love music. It's wonderful. So the very last thing that I could not live without truly is, oh, there's tape on the back. It's my sibling, and you may be looking at this like, what? My sibling made this for me. It says Hello Kelly, and they designed this beautiful little Hello Kitty-esque photo of me and them and all of our past animals, and there's even little baby Olive in there. This is so special to me, and I love it. I love my siblings so much. They are my best friend in the whole entire world. Sorry, Olive. But for real, I love them. I would not be here without them. They are my best friend. My pal and my confidant. Whenever I need help with literally anything, I know that they will be there for me. A huge example, my photography. I have my own photography business. I don't know where I would be with that business if it weren't for them. They've just have given me so much. Truly, it's so wonderful to have a best friend that you live with and you can share everything with. Olive is looking at me. Are you jealous? But we share a love for so many of the same things. They actually succumbed me to the dark side, to horror movies. I feel like I would have watched horror movies without them, but like, holy cow, that's my life now. But on a more serious note, we truly keep each other in check in more ways than one. I've never laughed as hard as I have when I'm with them, or when I'm not with them. What am I saying? The funny bone is tickled very hard, okay? Yeah. We have made so many wonderful memories that I will never ever forget. Every time I think of a wonderful time in my life, they have been there or they have had something to do with it. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful and very thankful to have you in my life. And I thank you for being here with me. So this has been the 10 things that I, Kelly, cannot live without. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I urge you to check out the very important links down below and continue to use your platform, your voice, and your privilege. And remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and be kind to the earth.